Hello friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for all your continuous support. Today we are going to cover the long awaited topic of how to apply for skilled worker dependent visa. Before getting started, a small disclaimer. I'm not a trained immigration advisor. This video is based on my own experience. If you are in the process of applying for your dependent visa and are unsure of something, then please do your own research and seek professional assistance as necessary. Also, this is a continuation to Dependent and Spouse Visa series. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I would highly recommend you to watch this as this covers the eligibility requirements and the common queries. So this would be helpful completely during this application video. Now let's get started with skilled worker dependent visa application. Open Google and search for apply skilled worker visa dependent and open the official link starting with gov.uk. I'll also post the same link in the description as well, so it's easier for all of you. This page details all the requirements which needs to be met for a successful application. I've already covered this as part of my previous videos, so I'm scrolling down to the application link below. As this is going to be the initial application for my dependent, I'm selecting applying online as your partner outside the UK link. The application starts with where is the dependent planning to live. I'm choosing England, Scotland, Wales or Northern Ireland. Then, do you have a current EU, EEA or Swiss passport? I'm selecting no here. Then, confirming the visa type. So, I'm choosing Partner Dependent Visa PBS, including students, startup, innovator, or global talent dependent partner visa. Note, only students who are doing PhD or other doctorates are eligible to apply for dependent visa from 1st January 2024. So be careful. Then, once again, where are you planning to live? England, Scotland, Wales, or Northern Ireland? And do you have a current EU, EEA, or Swiss passport? No. Select a country to provide your biometrics. I am choosing India in this case. Kindly select as per your dependent location. Then check visa application center location. So you can check the list of location by clicking on the Find a Visa Application Center link. And then select your country. I'm choosing India and selecting the city as Coimbatore. This will show the ukvisa centers available in that city along with the corresponding address and the opening hours. Once noting this, go back and choose I have identified the location where I will provide my biometrics. Post which, verify the main applicant as one of the visa listed on this page, as the process is the same for all the visas. Then select apply now, which would start with the actual application itself, starting with email registration. Provide your email address and password so that you could use this to retrieve your application at any point of time. So basically, while filling the application, you can save and come back at any time. The application itself starts with the partner's detail. Starting with given name and family name, I am entering this as partner's first name and partner's last name for ease of understanding. Then partner's nationality and date of birth. I am entering India and a sample date of birth here. Then, do you have partner's passport details? Yes, and the passport number, which would be single character followed by 7 digits for Indian passports. Then, when is the applicant traveling to the UK? I'm selecting I'm traveling after the main applicant. Partner's immigration status. I'm going to select skilled worker visa. And next, do you have one of these reference numbers? Any one is sufficient, either unique reference number of the skilled worker visa application, home office reference number, WAF number, GWF number, or none of it. I'm providing UAN for this example, which would be a 16-digit value. Then partner's application status. Have they received the skilled worker visa? I'm choosing yes. Partner sponsorship license number. This can be found on the certificate of sponsorship. This will be a 9 alphanumeric value. Then partner standard occupation code or the SOC code. This would also be available as part of the certificate of sponsorship itself, which is a 4-digit long value. Then, is partner being informed eligibility of health and care visa? I'm selecting a no here. If it is yes, then select yes according to your application requirement. Is partner working in shortage occupation? Yes. Kindly select as per your individual case basis. Certificate of sponsorship reference number. Again, this can be found on the partner certificate of sponsorship. This is 11 alphanumeric digit value. Length of certificate of sponsorship granted, either 3 years or less or more than 3 years. In this case, I am selecting more than 3 years. Is sponsor certifying maintenance? I am providing no here. It could be even yes according to the sponsor's decision. This is the first review page. In the overall application, there are 3 to 4 review pages. This is the first review page and it contains all the options you selected. You can verify and continue, and at any point during the application you can go back to modify your answers except the email address registration itself. And also to note, at the very end it states after a step you can't go back. Till that you can vary your selections, but make sure you don't cross that step without validating all the details. Then who does this email belong to? Which has been registered? It's mine, so I'm selecting you here. Do you have another email address? I'm selecting no here. Followed by this, the phone number and whether is it used whilst in the UK or outside. I'm giving whilst in the UK. You can choose as per your wish. Most select whilst outside the UK, and also it's a mobile telephone number. Any other telephone numbers? I'm selecting a no. Are you able to be contacted by telephone? I'm giving yes. I'm giving both SMS and call. From here, the applicant's details starting with name details. Try to use your name as shown on the passport. For ease of understanding, given name is nothing but your name or the first name, while family name can be either family name, last name, father's name, or the partner's name. I'm providing it as first name and family name for ease of understanding. Then, are you now or have you ever been known by other names? Many do change their names post marriage. Just for this example, I'm giving yes and I'm filling in the partner's name before marriage as per the college certificate. For this example, I'm giving first name and father name as shown on the degree certificate. In addition, are you known by any other names? And I'm selecting no to this. Then the sex and relationship status. I'm giving female and married or a civil partner I'm selecting. Address. I'm providing Indian address, a dummy one for now. And is this your corresponding address? Meaning all communications over post from UKVI would be to this address unless the applicant changes. So I'm selecting an yes here. Property details. How long have I lived here and whether do I own it, rent it or other? And I'm selecting others as it's my parents' house. Then the passport details. I'm giving my passport number, which is again a single character followed by 7 numerical digits as per Indian passports. Please fill in as according to your passport. Then issuing authority. So my passport was issued by Republic of India, so I am entering this here. Then issue date would be under date of issue on Indian passport, and expiry date would be under date of expiry on the Indian passport in the first identification page. For other nationality passport holders, kindly enter as per your passport. Your national identity card. For Indians, we could use Aadhaar card for this, while other nationality friends kindly use the according ones. National identity card number would be the 12 digit on your Aadhaar front side bottom, and the issuing authority would be Government of India, which is mentioned at the front side top center. In new Aadhaars, issuing dates are on the left side of name and address in front side of the Aadhaar. If it's not available, it's not a problem. You can leave this blank. While Aadhaar is valid for lifetime, you can skip the expiry. Again, in new Aadhaar prints, there is expiry dates as well. If so, kindly enter this. Then nationality, country of birth, place of birth and date of birth of the applicant. As I am from India, I am giving nationality as India and country of birth as India and place of birth as Coimbatore, then date of birth as 1st March 1995, a dummy one again. Do you hold any other nationalities? I am giving no. Date you plan to arrive in UK, a very important one. Even if you apply for super priority and give a date on this to be 1 month after, though the visa is granted in a day, your visa would start only from this date. So choose a date which is realistic and not too far away. Spoken language preference, I am choosing English here. Partner details. So partner's first name as partner's first name I'm giving here. For example, partner's family name as partner's last name. Date of birth, a dummy value. Country of nationality, India. Then do they currently live with you? I'm choosing no. And I am entering the UK address. Will they be traveling with you? I am giving no here. Do you have permission to stay as partner? Currently no, I do not hold the permission to stay as a partner in the UK. This is being the first application for UK visa. So I'm choosing no here. Was your last permission to stay as a partner? No. Again, as this is the first application itself, I am choosing no. Are you and your partner married or in civil relationship? Yes. Then, can you provide marriage or civil partnership certificate? Yes. When did you get married? I am choosing a recent date as there have been many queries around this question. Was this an arranged marriage or civil partnership? Yes, it was an arranged marriage. Was this a proxy marriage or a proxy civil partnership, meaning either of the couple parents were not present for the marriage? No. Have you lived continuously for the last 2 years together? I'm choosing no, and I'm providing the reason as recently married. Can you provide evidence to why you lived apart? You can select no as you are recently married, or you can even select yes and provide your marriage certificate and your partner's work contract or college admission proofs to show as evidence for living apart till the visa comes up. Evidence of continued relationship. Again, you can select no as you are recently married, or you can even select yes and provide WhatsApp chat screenshots between you and your partner. For the living apart period alone, this would be required, or even you can give the phone call history again for the same period. But if it was fairly a new marriage and a short time of living apart, then no need to submit any proofs. Case workers will be able to understand this. If it was longer, then WhatsApp chat, call history, photos visiting each other will add up as evidences. Were you related to your partner before marriage? I'm giving no here. Are you married or in civil partnership with any other persons? No. Have you been in a marriage or a civil partnership before? No. Is your partner married or in civil partnership with any other person? No. Have your partner been in a marriage or civil partnership before? No. Does anyone financially rely on you? No. Give details about your parents, both father and mother, one after another. I'm first filling the father details, first name, family name, date of birth, country of nationality. Have they had same nationality always, and then similar details for mother as well. Do you have any family in UK apart from the partner? No. Are you traveling as part of an organized group? No. Will you be traveling with someone who's not your partner, spouse, or dependent? No. Where you will stay in the UK? Yes, and the same address which I filled in for the partner I would be giving here. Will you be staying anywhere else in UK? No. Have you been in the UK in the past 10 years? No. Have you been issued with a UK visa in the past 10 years? No. How many times have you visited Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, Switzerland, European Economic Area? I'm choosing 0 times as I haven't traveled to any of these locations. Have you been to any other countries in the past 10 years? No. And the usual questions. Have you ever been refused UK visa or any visas relation to UK? I'm giving no here. Have you had any breach of immigration laws? No. Have you had any overseas criminal records? Again, a no here. Then any convictions or other penalties? Again, no. Then any war crimes? No. And I have also read all of the information about war crimes. Then any terrorist activities, organizations or views? Again, no to all. I've read again the information about terrorist activities, organization and views. Any extremist organizations? Again, no, and I've read about it. Then person of good character, please be careful, the topic is little bit tricky, but all three indicates. Is there anything which could indicate you are of bad character? So I am selecting no to all three. Then employment history, have you worked on armed forces, governments, intelligence services, media, security, anything? No, again, none of it I have worked across. Any additional information you would like to provide for the application? You can provide justification of not able to submit evidences of separate living, anything else which you would like to highlight to the immigration officer. This is the second review or validation page containing all the details filled in. Then you would need evidence showing the maintenance fund. The funds requiring has been explained as part of the UK dependent and spouse visa video. I'm providing my partner's bank name and the bank statement as proof of the fund necessary. Then, do you need to add more evidences? No. Then comes the document checklist, starting with the passport, evidence that you and your partner continued relationship while living apart, marriage certificate, why you and partner lived apart, bank statement to prove the fund eligibility, partner's BRP, and the main one, tuberculosis certificate. This is a compulsory test needed to travel to UK, and only from approved medical facilities this needs to be obtained, and this certificate needs to be within the 6 months of travel period. This is needed for India. Please check is it necessary for your origin location. Apart from this, it would be good to add a cover letter from your partner stating he would be supporting you completely and the house he is staying at would be able to accommodate both of you. Housing contract or house deed would be a good addition. With that, final review page comes, then a confirmation page to not stay illegally in UK which has certain conditions. In the declaration page, to confirm that you are the applicant and aged 18 or over, or related to the applicant and you are legally allowed to do this. Then the final review page here, which shows the consent and the declaration, which you could confirm after reviewing. Now first, you would need to pay IHS fee before you can pay the application fee and book biometrics and also upload your supporting documents. But kindly note, once you make the IHS payment, you won't be able to go back and edit any of the answers. So make sure you have verified all of your answers before proceeding further. An IHS payment form would as well request few details as part of the IHS form, which wasn't captured as part of this application. Starting with your location, are you applying within the UK? No. Are you applying to stay in Isle of Man, Jersey or Guernsey? No. Name, title of the applicant, so title. Work start and end date, this would be available on the certificate of sponsorship. Then intended date of travel to UK, this needs to match with the date provided on the application. Partner's visa expiry date, visa route and visa type to be completed one by one. Let's start with the visa expiry date. So I am giving a sample expiry date here. Then you need to select the partner's title. So I am giving Mr. here. Then the visa route. So I am giving skilled worker visa route here. Then the visa type. I am selecting it as skilled worker 5-year visa type. Then either passport, travel document or biometric resident permit number is being requested here. And I am providing a biometric resident permit number. Post which you get a summary or a review page of the details captured by IHS website. Kindly verify it before making the declaration and payment. Declaration is confirmation that all details provided are correct. And then the IHS fee, which is at £1,035 per year. If you go back to the UKVA website, it would allow us to move to the next step, post payment. Post IHS payment, if you go back to the UKVI website, it would allow us to move to the next steps. This would be to choose BRP collection point. It could be either from a post office or from the sponsorer themselves. Mostly, many selects post office and provide the UK house postcode and select the nearest post office. Post that, it gives a checklist which is downloadable containing mandatory and optional documents to be submitted. Kindly download this, it's required. Then it's time to book the biometrics and pay the application and biometrics fee along with the biometrics slot. With that, we come to the end of the dependent visa application. If you have any queries, please leave a comment. We will try to help as much as possible. All the very best for your dependent visa application. Kindly support us. If you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you.